So President Trump now doubling down on his push to take mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac public. He emphasizes, though, that, quote, the U.S. government will keep its implicit guarantees, and I will stay strong on my position on overseeing them as president. Well, Bill Pulte is director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency and chair of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And Bill, good morning to you. Thanks for coming on. Make the case for why. Well, first of all, they are public. And I don't really fully understand what the distinction would be to make them public, because you can trade on them right now. But what would be the advantage for the homeowner, Bill?
Good question. Well, first of all, we have to reverse the last 4 years of inflation under Joe Biden. I mean, what happened in the last 4 years cannot be understated. And now what you have is you have mortgage rates that have skyrocketed. And so what we're trying to do, Bill, is take cost out of the system and get homes so they can be affordable again. People couldn't, for the last 4 years, Bill, afford a home. The American dream is what America is all about. And we're going to restore the American dream under President Trump. You mentioned there is a security for Fannie and Freddie, which trades on what's called the pink sheets. But President Trump is thinking way bigger than that. And stay tuned on what his decision is there.
Okay, Chuck Schumer says this, right? He says yet another economic policy that will upend middle-class Americans looking to buy or refinance a home while helping line the pockets of the wealthy, end quote. I'm sure you got a response to that. What is it?
Well, it's kind of rich coming from Chuck Schumer, who defended this Biden inflation that we had the last 4 years, which created this housing crisis. Now President Trump is coming in and fixing it, and he's turning around Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. You know, Bill, I don't know if you know this, and most Americans don't know this, but there's $7.8 trillion in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that we, as the American taxpayers, have many rights to. $7.8 trillion. And until President Trump showed up on the scene, nobody even really knew that they were making this much money and that we had these as huge assets. So like one of my friends said recently, President Trump just finds money everywhere. And he found money at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and we're going to use it for the benefit of the American people.
Okay, so Bill, I heard that same comment on another network from you yesterday. You said this is a business that could be worth trillions of dollars. Trillions to whom?
Trillions to the American people, trillions to the shareholders one day. I mean, you know, we got to clean up the capital structure, and that's potentially what the president is looking at. He will still be in control. It will still be a very, very prominent company for the government. However, we are really focused on driving operational improvements and really making these great American icons once again. And Bill, the American economy is very robust. And under President Trump's leadership, these two companies, I stand behind it, they're going to make over $30 billion a year in earnings. I think that number will eventually be over $50 billion. These are huge assets, Bill, and it's about time we have a president who actually knows that they are there.
Really big. I understand the argument you're making. We'll see how it goes. 30-year fixed rate today, the current average is 6.86%, so you're just under 7%. Would this force rates to go higher, Bill?
No, because what we're going to be doing is actually finding a way where we do this safely and soundly. To the extent that President Trump decides to do it and go public, the approach is going to be a do no harm approach. Do no harm. Chuck Schumer's talking about privatizing and all this kind of stuff. President Trump was very clear in his tweet. He said, I'm going to take these public and I will continue to oversee these companies. So they're totally wrong. If anything, what we're doing and what President Trump has done is crushed inflation. He has brought down egg prices, groceries, energy, and homes actually have stopped going up like they were going up crazy, Bill. People couldn't afford a home, and we need to get mortgages more affordable in this country. And we're gonna do it. It's just
well, the government has really controlled it in a bigger way since 2008. And we remember the year 2008. That was the major financial fallout for our economy. Bill Pulte, see what happens. Thanks for coming on today, sir, from the White House.
Thank you.
Thank you.